Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Usama Sayyid from islamafterahmadiyya.com. This video is a follow-up video from our video regarding what Mirza Bashir ad-Din, the second leader of the Ahmadiyya group, stated. He stated that it's okay for Muslims to marry Hindus, and obviously if you want to see the whole video so you can see the quote that he made, we present the quote in the actual video. The link will be in the description below. Unfortunately, anybody who has been following us or looking at Facebook page, especially a discussion page under the name Bobby Muhammad, which is not our page, we just, we're on there with quite a few, knowledgeable people who know a lot about Ahmadiyya and know a lot about Mirza's writings. We discuss things and share it. For people who want to know, observers would notice that there are many people who are spamming messages. They're basically being disruptive. They just want to disrupt our progress. They want to disrupt. They want to make it difficult for seekers of truth to find the truth about Mirza. So they want to spam on this discussion board so that they keep putting their sort of messages on there, and other people they think other people won't be able to see the truth, which is what we're presenting to you, like evidence, scanned pages. There's nothing stronger than presenting the actual page from the Ahmadiyya publications on your screen so that you can see that we didn't make this book, we didn't lie, we didn't create it or nothing. But of course these spammers, they're trying to hide this all and keep filling the pages with their spam and insults and such things like that. Now I'm obliged to read out a couple of responses from some Ahmadis. I mean, I'm really, honestly, you Ahmadis who have done this, you're giving me gold. So thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much, and I hope you continue, inshallah. Carry on with these sort of comments and validations of Mirza Ghulam's writings and his successes. You call them successes, like Bashir ad-Din. So the first comment we've got here, in response to obviously that when that we say that Muslims cannot marry Hindus, but Bashir ad-Din is saying yes, you can. Okay, we know that Hindus are mushriks. They're polytheistic people. They don't believe in one God. They're not like the Christians or the Jews. And let's remind you again that at the time Mirza Bashir ad-Din made this statement, that was a time where Hindus had all their statue gods and were polytheistic. So it's invalid for anyone to say, oh no, maybe they weren't polytheistic. At the time he said it, they were polytheistic. So if you married a Hindu woman, give her freedom to live, she'd want to put all her gods, Hindu gods, in the house, raising your child amongst that environment. Okay, this is part of the massive reason why this is prohibited. Okay, so I'll read out one or two responses. One person said it's all rubbish. Now, what do you mean it's all rubbish? You're saying that we're lying? Well, we presented the actual evidence there that Mirza Bashir ad-Din said this. The same person said the same thing. A great lie, fear God. A great lie. So you think we're lying about it? We presented to you on screen. This is what your so-called successor wrote. The next one is next person says, what is the status of someone who says God has a son? Alright, so that's like giving you a question rather than saying, yeah, this is alright, it's okay to marry Hindu or not. Then the same person says, Hindus were given the book, the Vedas, which makes them Ahli Kitab. I'm really sorry, Facebook person. You really, I mean, I don't really say this often, but you really need to go and get the fundamentals of Islam, because you clearly don't know. The Hindus are not Ahli Kitab. Ahli Kitab are the Christians and the Jews, my friend. Okay? So please get that information first, because you really made a fool of yourself. Or you can carry on, sending such messages. It's good. I'll make more videos on it. The next person has said, what do we say here? Okay, the next person gave me the best material. This is like, when some comedians, they say, oh, I haven't got no jokes to tell, so give me some material. Well, this guy's giving me the best material to make this video. Alright, this person says, he doesn't even say Surah Al-Baqarah, he says Al-Baqarah verse 221 and 222 ... Thus we can marry any non-Muslim girl, even a Hindu, if she fulfill the above condition of Quran ... This is detailed explanation to you from Quran. Okay, now I don't know this person. You know, this person, you'll see his comment on screen right now. Was he thinking that we don't know this verse or something? He thought maybe he can just quickly, because he saw no one's giving a real answer, he thought maybe I'll just dash a little verse of the Quran, then hopefully they don't know it. Let me educate you on this point. This verse, I will read out the translation actually, and I'm going to give you the Ahmadi translation on screen as well, so that you don't think this is just a normal Muslim translation. I'm going to give you the Ahmadi translation from your own Quran to show you that you have no clue what you're talking about in this area. Alright? So we've got verse 221 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Now, in Ahmadi Quran, people may not know, in Ahmadi Quran the verse number is increased by 1, because Ahmadis count Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim as a verse. So it will be 222 probably in the Ahmadi Quran. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And do not marry polytheistic women until they believe. Until they believe. And a believing slave woman is better than a polytheist, even though she might please you. And do not marry polytheistic men to your women until they believe. Until they believe. And a believing slave is better than a polytheist, even though he might please you. Those invite you to the fire, but Allah invites you to paradise and to forgiveness by His permission. And He makes clear His verses to the people that perhaps they may remember. And He makes clear His verses to the people that perhaps they may remember. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. So, dear Facebook people and any observers, any Ahmadi observers who perhaps have been thinking that, this is really good what you've been doing, and all the sort of indirect insults and accusations that we're lying to you, and then you get your fellow Ahmadis telling you, no, it's okay for a Muslim to marry a Hindu, which we just verified that for you, that it's completely prohibited until they believe. What does until they believe mean? Does it mean until they carry on being Hindu? No, it doesn't mean that. It means until they stop being idolaters, they stop being polytheistic. Because you cannot bring, for example, a Hindu woman who's your wife into the house, who is going to express her Hindu beliefs, pictures of their gods, statues of their gods, praying in their certain way. This is completely opposed to the idea, the monotheistic idea, the idea of Islam. And imagine what is going to happen to your children when you're letting them get raised by a Hindu woman. They will probably end up being Hindu or confused. This is poison. This is poison for Islam. Hindu people can do whatever they want, but we're instructed not to marry them. They're probably not even instructed to marry us. So you can't do that. So you Ahmadis, you've made a fool of yourselves. You've really made a fool of yourselves in these comments. And you want to carry on, and especially Amani Mir, I have to single you out, because you came out with a message after this gentleman wrote the verse telling me that it's okay according to the Quran. You came back and you said, there you go. Actually, you said, there you, Osama Sayyid. You missed the go bit, but anyway, I understand you mean, there you go, Osama Sayyid. So you've made a bigger fool of yourself, Amani Mir. You made a bigger fool of yourself. Why? Why? You know why, Amani Mir? Because you are not on the truth. You are lying. You and all these people, you don't want to actually acknowledge that we are not lying. Everything we say, we bring from Ahmadi publications, official. And 99% of the stuff we have is from your website, alislam.org. So you have stirred up a mini riot on Facebook online. You've got all these people on here saying comments and backing each other up and trying to do... You think that's going to stop us? You are not on the truth. We are on the truth. We will carry on. Me and other brothers who are doing this work, we will all carry on. So please carry on giving us more material. Now I'm going to read, you're going to see it on screen. I want to give a little bit from the Ahmadi Quran. I have to make this because this is from the Ahmadi Quran, although it's a similar understanding. This part is a similar tafsir from the normal Muslim Quran. Now the tafsir for this verse, which is from Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 221, It says the question of marriage with idolatrous women is intimately connected with the subject of war, for it's during war that, being away from their homes for a considerable time, believers are liable to be tempted to contract marriages with such women, i.e. idolaters. Now this the Quran positively prohibits. This the Quran positively prohibits. To you, Ahmadi, who said it's okay, your own Quran tells you this, the Quran positively prohibits, as also the giving of believing women in marriage to idolatrous men. The prohibition is based on religious as well as on moral and social grounds. An idolatrous husband is bound to exercise an extremely baneful influence, not only on his wife, but also on the children born of this union, and an idolatrous wife is sure to ruin the upbringing of the offspring. So this is what we have been sincerely trying to explain to you, Ahmadis. We're trying to show you. We are just simply trying to give you the message. Please realize that your religion, your belief is not Islam. It's not Islam to the extent that your supposed successor, your supposed second leader, Bashir ad-Din, has gone and said something that is is diametrically opposed to the principles of Islam and obviously the Quran, like we presented. We're just trying to present the truth to you, but you all made it personal. You really should not do that. Please, those of you who are acting very immature, try and stop being immature. If you want to answer what we put on the screen, answer it. We know that most of the time there is absolutely no answer. You give a response. A response doesn't mean you've answered it. If you feel there's no answer, please don't write your silly comments. You don't need to do that. You know, any coward can be an internet tough guy. Sit behind his keyboard, suddenly become a tough guy, fire off a few insults, fire off a few cuss words or something like that at the person. Don't do that. Be sincere with your behavior. If you just want to observe. Please don't, or carry on sending these messages, because you're giving us great material for our videos. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. It's a very short video, and I hope inshallah it's beneficial to those people who want to know the truth. This is Osama Sayyid from Islam After Ahmadiyya saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.